Chapter 1, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was the. I'm still debating about it. But what if Deku was the only super strong. No? Or actually, I already know what it is. I'm just giving you credit. So, it's what if Deku was. Or no, actually. Sorry. It was what if Deku's sister became a hero instead? So, let's begin. With Deku, or Zuko, and Zumi. And before we go, this is my own version of it. So, be prepared. It might be crazy, but that's okay. So, Zuko and Zumi were born. Their parents didn't know that Zuko has powers of infinity and zero. So, I always do that because that's every time I think of a power, I always think of that, like infinity and zero. So, yeah, because imagine. So, yeah. Let's continue. So, at age of 3, the Zuko. And I need to make sure. Yeah. So Zuko and Zumi went to a quirk doctor. And the quirk doctor looked at Zumi first and tells her that she can become a hero. But her brother can't become a hero because of he doesn't have a quirk. So Zuko, or Zumi, actually, from that day on, like at age of 5, Zuko tells Zumi that no matter what will happen in the near future, I'll always be here for ya, little sis. Okay? So, All Might can boost her chances of getting One for All. So, she does. And she's a powerhouse. Because her quirk is flame control, or like manipulation. So, yeah. But Zuko, because he's quirkless and he has the powers of infinity and zero, he basically was super stressed. So, yeah, but then All for One came and recruited him as a villain. So, yeah. So All for One gave him a special quirk. urn that allows him to basically the equivalent of a nuclear bomb thing. Like basically equal to, like basically gave the most overpowered character in any what if a quirk of a nuclear bomb, basically. It's way powerful than atomic bomb or yeah. Or anything that's like in that category. It's way powerful than that. It's like every nuclear thing fused into one. And yeah. Like straight up fused. That's how powerful Zuku's quirk, or All for One, gave the quirk to. So, but with the power of zero, basically, like, he can adjust the power level of the nuclear thing, but he can also survive. He went too. So, yeah. So, they All for One, so the Quark Doctor tells Zuko that after they All for One recruited him, All for One tells, Quark Doctor tells Zuko that he needs to put more quirks in him. So, what does he do? He puts almost the entire gallon of quirks inside Zuko's body. Honey. Trying to turn him into a Nomu. But Zero is consuming their quirks and compressing it, like basically fusing all of them together into like 3 stages of quirks. The first stage is like common quirks, like explosions. Yeah. Well, Zuko was stay the same. And they're like, man. So then at ESJ, Zuko was just like sitting back, relaxing. Or he was there, but so then the bunch of villains tried to, like, when they tried to come close to Zumi, because Zumi already had no flames around her, so she was defenseless. And she did train her body to, like, use One for All, but in a split nanosecond, all the villains were like basically down on the ground with their it looked like someone just cut them straight in half. Oh. As she's confused, as he tells his sister, remember what I said? And yeah, as she remembers that she loves her brother, plus plus their parents love him too, because it's a more balance instead of way overboard. So then Zumi ends up being like things brother. So now you better go get with your group, okay? And Zumi, or actually Bakugo, when he got told by Zumi that are you happy that me and my brother and I are basically balanced each other's. So, so then Bakugo is like, yeah, I'm happy that are you doing okay? I saw your brother in the all that chaos thing. Well, what was he doing? He's protecting me, as Zumi says, like he always does. He even told me way before. He told me that no matter what will happen, I'll always be here protecting you, no matter from the crazy lunatics. So, time skip. Let's see how far. Okay, so a time skip to All Might versus All for One. Because Zumi is like similar from that point on. But she was. So Zuko shows up. Or he did text her that he'll show up and he won't miss her sports festival. So then so she's happy about that. Where are you at? As he says, I'm right outside the door. As she comes out, she sees her own brother. As she hugs him. Do your best, okay? Yep. So then Zumi or actually he tells the Bakugo that don't let my sister die from. Sorry. As he says, don't let my sister die, okay? As Bakugo says, yep, I know that because I have seen what you have done with those villains at USJ. Yeah. So then so everybody's like, who's that guy? Is he like your friend? No. Oh, no. He's my brother, actually. He's your brother? Yeah. He was born quirkless. Yes, but he thinks that or So, Ochako thinks that she's in love with. Because Ochako thinks that. Because she already met Zuko once, and when they were 3, but then the time skipped to, like, that part, to modern day. She still has a crush on him. So, yeah. So that now yeah. So then it happens like normally, but it was Zumi instead of Zuko, and basically Zumi won all 3 matches. Or actually, Omi says as there's one person that I really is here. As she says, "I'll make you proud, brother." As he says, "You will." As they thought it was Zuko. Or they know that name. Zuko, he actually wasn't like being a villain. He's just hanging out with and making sure. As they thought you're a villain, so they thought he was gonna die, gonna get killed. But he says, "Don't tempt me. I've done nothing to at USJ. It's all just villains that were just like, trying to kill All Might. But reason why I was there is to see my little sister." As he tells them, that's why. And protect her. Okay? So, then, but after, so Bakugo was about to kill, or would accidentally killed Zumi. Zuko comes up and blocks the attack. As he says, my little sister doesn't need to be killed by. As Bakugo's like, whoops, I did not remember. As he says, sorry, Zuko, it kind of. I know that I won, but I didn't mean to go overboard. That's okay. Yeah. As he picks up his own sister, as they thought, man. As he did tell Midnight that the reason why he's at here is because he doesn't want his little sister to end up getting, like, brutally murdered by any of the students. As Midnight's like, yep. So, then, when Zumi won, because she stayed in the ring and Bakugo was knocked out of the ring, but he could regain consciousness. And he came back and then tried to almost try to go overboard with it. So yeah. And plus, Zumi was treated for her wounds. As he... So the recovery girl's like, man, how about your wounds? It's just fine. Give me some water, I'll mix right up. As he drinks a bottle of water that he drank it. As they see him, his wound healing. So then Ochako, or no, actually Zuko sat down. How long can she be there? Well, with her wounds, she basically has a little bit of scars, but not too many. But so when I read on your file thing, how about yours? Well, I'm quirkless, but there's also another thing that I have. So he tells Recovery Girl what he does have. He was born with an ability. So in this alternate universe thing, there's like tiers, like different tiers. So there's quirkless, quirked, the abilities, and both the quirk and abilities. So yeah. So the abilities one, or so normally people with quirks are like in the third column, but second from the bottom. Ends up like can become heroes and do all that stuff. And yeah. But he can or actually, yeah. So he tells her that he did, or he did do his own his own DNA thing. He did check his DNA, but he told Recovery Girl, or that girl, that what he has. As Zumi, or as Recovery Girl's in shocked. Wait, so you have the powers of infinity and zero? That makes you the above us quirks. You really don't need a quirk, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So then as he creates one of like the 3 orbits thing, like or actually he creates the cycle of like life in palm of his hand, like a moon and sun. Like when you turn them around, it's like how real world. Yeah. So then it vanishes before. So they thought, okay, or he thought, okay, this guy's on a whole nother level. A level you can't pass. Yeah. So, yeah. So now it was between All Might. So the time skipped to All Might versus All for One. And yeah. All Might was down, but not out. And yeah. All for One was about to shoot a laser. Ezuku comes out of nowhere. He blocks the attack. Or he does like what Rimuru does. From that one anime. So, yeah, like Rimuru ate the. I'm trying to find where that picture is. I'm trying to think. So that attack. So Zuko, who literally zorbs, harms the All for One's blast into himself, as everyone is shocked. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Now. So, yeah. As everyone was shocked. You don't want to make any crest dream of meeting their favorite idol. No. You're a villain, just like the rest of us. I know that I'm a villain, but it doesn't matter. I always wanted to be a hero, just like how rest of them are, including my sister. So, if I have to beat you out of existence, I will. Horn, All Might and Bakugo, and my little sister, Zumi, and everyone that she even knew. So, as he's charging up his own version of every quirk, or he's charging his entire body up, as All Might could sense, it's like one for all, but with as and plus I should thank you all for one for giving me a special power. Your quirk, or the quirks that you and the good doctor gave, was actually so I'm the only one that can wield so much power. As they see a portal opens up. Or actually, yeah. Portal opens up and many monsters that looked like Zuko comes out. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, Nomu Deku. So, the Deku was basically, there was him. He came out of a portal. With so many quirks. That even, yeah, it didn't even take over his mind. It did consume him because plus there was some look like, here, not Doomslayer, but Doomsday. So, Bakugo, so everyone was like, or so Deku version of the Doomsday was basically Zuko, whom every time he fell asleep, he goes into some random world. But he also told Doomsday Zuko that how about this? I'll make a bet. Ready for the bet? As he says, or as Zuko says to him. Let's see how long. Okay. So, what's this bet? And for me to kill you, or no? In your world, or in this world, because Deku shows up at Doomsday Deku's world. So, yeah. So, Doomsday Deku, or Zuko, was basically told him that spill the beans. I'll happily to bring your mother back from the dead if you have to. But in exchange, there's one thing. You have to kill my all for one in my world, okay? Promise? As he says, I promise. So then the monster comes out of nowhere, and he basically, as many many of the My Hero Academia people were, many people were trying to figure what's going on. And how did Zuko get so many? And plus, you know who else was in it? Showed up. Was Zumi, Zumi says, "Ready, brother? Yep. Let's begin." As they all came in, and yep. So then Doomsday Zuko punched a snot out of All for One, and tore the limbs off of All for One, and straight up murdered him. Straight up. No toying with him. So So then Zuko, or so then after the All for One dies, they go back to their homeworld, but Zuko says, as he opens his powerful thing, so he brought everybody from Doomsday Zuko's world back to life. Not as zombies, but as themselves. And he also brought back his mother, or Zuko's mother, or Doomsday Zuko's mother. You kept yours agreement up, and mine. I keep mine up. So, as both of them gave a high five. Yeah. So, now, this is the end of the What If. Please leave a... Just kidding. Oh, that's weird. Sorry. Give me a minute. Sorry, that was weird. So, yeah. So, basically, yeah. So, after they left, Zuko told Zumi that as Bakugo's is like, so, Zuko, tell us, how did you get the entire army of those monsters? That's just hurtful. You know how many times I went to the metaverse to visit with them? And heck, the Doomsday Zuko or that Doomsday fellow was with agreement with me. And that would have been, as everybody's like, I asked him who come to this world to kill All for One, and he kept his end of a bargain. I keep mine. What was yours? Her. Oh, I brought his entire friends, his family back to life. Everyone that was, yeah. Because, and, you don't really know who he is? Yeah. His name is Zuko. As everybody's like, wait, so you're saying that Doomsday fella was actually you from an alternate timeline? Yeah. In his universe, it's pretty messed up. Like, how so? Well, I won't get into detail. So now the Ochako, still loves him no matter what. And so she asks him out on a date, and yeah, so then the time skip. Let's see how long. Okay, so so Ochako ends up marrying Zuko, and of course, Zumi, the whole goal of this whatever was her being a hero. Of course, Zuko and Zumi became heroes because, yeah. So then, yeah. So then Zumi ends up marrying Bakugo, and yeah. So, this is the end of the what if. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. And if you want more of these, like, my versions of the things, please leave a like, share, subscribe. And if this video gets 2 likes, then I'll probably do a one that randomly comes to my mind first. So, peace out, y'all. Peace.